Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 29 of Scion of the Dark House, a Gothic Horror 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons podcast. Because it is Gothic horror, there are going to be things that might be unsavory for some people. Violence, gore, child endangerment, talks about trauma, and other things. So if there is anything that comes up to a line for you or crosses a line for you, please take a break. Your support means a lot to us, but so does your mental health. So where we last left the party, you all had just finished fighting the organ player in the ballroom. After having an argument, after something was revealed about Percy, that he had lied, there was a little bit of an argument. You guys managed to somewhat work past it, and moving forward the next day, you found the theater. In the theater, hiding amongst the props and the sets, were three mysterious creatures who told the group about patterns and colors and shapes and music that transforms them into what they were. After checking out the smoking lounge and ultimately the library, they met Zarloth, a strange jackal-headed fiend that seemed to be bound to the library for all eternity and permanently in service to the Kruetzwald family. After getting the information that you needed to know, you went upstairs to check out the lab, of which you had seen on the map. Passing by the lunarium, however, you found the environment inside to be strangely incongruous with the weather outside. After investigating it and finding out that it was laden with illusions, you found the solarium was the same. After reading some notes that had been left on the floor, you all figured out that some of the drawers and doors in this place are locked with blood magic, meaning that only a Kruetzwald can open it. Percy, testing this out, opened one of the drawers in the desk and found a variety of documents that described beings known as the Chains of Therisdun and Wolfgang's plan to become one of them. Recognizing a name on the list and scanning the house for more undead, you found that there was a powerful undead presence in the Gyptian room, not too far away. And after opening the door, you found yourself face to face with a mummy and a variety of very odd artifacts from a cult that Rerek recognized as being part of Gyptian history. And so we begin there as you all are standing in the doorway, staring at all of these artifacts and this literal mummy. What would you all like to do?
I remember peeking through the door. I don't think we've actually gone straight into there. We're doing like a Scooby thing.
Does Rerek get like excited and barge in, or are we gonna creep our way through there?
Well, do I know that it's a Gyptian room before we went in?
Yes.
Yeah, you can see, we can all see it.
And also it was labeled on the map as being the
right.
Gyptian room.
Durr.
So, yeah.
I think I'm gonna kick the door open since it's unlocked.
Kind of figured.
So that I can see the sarcophagus and do a history check on it.
All right, you can certainly do a history check on it. As I think I mentioned last episode, you recognize this as being a lot of the symbology on the artifacts around the room being part of the cult of the false sun, which reigned over a city in Gyptia for quite some time before a siege and an explosion. Also in the documents, you recognize the name Onctamun, that's what it was, Onctamun, who was one of the chains of Therisdun, but was also the prophet of the false sun. What did you get on your history check?
I haven't thrown it yet.
Rerek, the hell? Like,
hold on. A one, not one.
Oh no.
Have you used your portents yet today?
No. Oh, you mean my really bad ones?
Oh yeah, that's right. You did roll shit once. Okay.
Well, there was a 19 and a 6, and I already used 19, and I don't think 6 would do any better.
No.
Well, you definitely recognize this as being covered in symbology of the cult of the false sun. And it is a bit overwhelming. You have been told that these people were incredibly evil. They caused an entire city to vanish off the map. They were powerful enough to conjure a literal sun to hang above this city for 60 days as the Gyptian army sieged it, day after day and night after night, having meteors flung at them. These are powerful people. And especially if the leader, Ankhton, was a chain of Tharizdun or became a chain of Tharizdun, these are not people to mess with. And there's an entire room of their artifacts.
Okay. So I just stand there worried. So I'm like, holy shit, guys. These
Lark?
people are like no joke.
Lark's just gonna whisper, and he's just like, "Didn't you say there was a strong undead in there?" And he just kicked open the door.
Yeah, I did, which is why Arthur is going to stay in the doorway with his bow ready.
Do I see the sarcophagus?
Yes, it is very proudly displayed against the left wall, the center. All of the objects, like the weapons and everything, is arranged so that it all points inward towards the sarcophagus that has been opened. The bottom half, of course, is leaning up against the wall with the mummy in it, arms crossed over its chest, and the lid is kind of put sideways so that people can still see it, but it is very clearly opened.
Okay.
Can I use my Eyes of the Grave just to like double check that it's the mummy that is undead?
Yes, the mummy is undead.
There's nothing else in here.
No, surprisingly,
Cool.
no, there is nothing else in here.
Oh, great. So now we don't trust Arthur either. Awesome.
Guys, we just need to do something about these. This cult is not. It's not good.
What has been in this house?
Wait, do they know about the history of the cult of the fallen sun?
I don't think.
Probably
I don't
not.
think we know what we're looking at. No.
Did
No.
we see that?
I'm just like, ooh, this is Egyptian.
No, I the document just said that Ankh-Damun was Gyptian,
Right.
and I believe he was referenced as the prophet of the false sun. But other than that, they probably don't know. There was nothing listed about any of the history that you know about the false sun. They don't know about the city of Hamunaptra. They don't know about the giant sun that flung meteors. They don't know anything about that, probably.
All right. Well, I should
Arthur
probably
kills
let them
things
know
that should be
about
dead.
that. Well, I should probably know them about that. I'll be like, hey guys, these shouldn't be here. This cult destroyed an entire city back in Gyptia. Called
Just a
Hamunaptra.
city? It could be worse.
No, they literally summoned a sun. A literal sun. Like kind of like one of those two things that we were like that Audrey 2 said. Wait, what?
Alice.
Malice said. So it's either a moon or the sun, and one of those was probably the same thing that these people summoned. And I don't think we can have that happening again.
I'm just fascinated on why you mortals are so obsessed with other places than where you live. First, it was that tacky little hat shop that your sister was working at, Percy, and now we have a whole room dedicated to another country and your family's estate.
Call it wanderlust.
Do I recognize who? Because I know those Japanese, Egyptian coffins are supposed to be recognizable for each leader. That's
if you'd like to make a history check, you may.
okay. I hope I don't fail this time.
Rerek has like stepped inside, right? And he hasn't been like immediately attacked.
So it's
Cool.
another 6.
What's your hit?
Wait,
Is it
hold
a
on,
6
let me
total?
see. No.
Because if you rolled a 6, you'll add your intelligence modifier.
It's a 12 total.
Okay. So this mummy clearly has the sarcophagus, and of course the mummy itself seems to have regalia with symbols of the cult of the false sun. The name on the front you would be able to read because you can read Gyptian. Her name is Akhenatet. I'll probably need to spell it Akhenetet.
Akhenatet.
Basically, yeah. She must have been someone important. If she were to have her like this sarcophagus, it very clearly isn't Onctamoon, but it might be someone close to him.
Okay, so I relay this to the team, this information. Like, hey guys, so this is probably a higher rank person in this cult. And hopefully she doesn't wake up.
What would she be doing here? This is so out of place. I don't understand.
Why isn't she attacking or moving or generally when we run to undead, since I've come to this plane, they've mostly, pardoning those chipper fellows back at the stables, most of them have tried to kill us.
Should I use what was the word? Detect magic in this room?
You could.
You wanna?
Okay. Then I'm doing that.
Lark, there's a phrase where I come from about a gift horse. I don't know if you've heard it before, but don't look a gift horse in the mouth. As long as it's not attacking, let's just be thankful.
So if you cast Detect Magic, a lot of the weapons are magical, but they seem to only really be just like +1 enchantments. Nothing too crazy.
So no like magical switch to wake this person up?
Not that you can see. However, one of the amulet that she is wearing that has a symbol of a sun on it with a ruby gemstone seems to have incredibly strong both abjuration and evocation magic. Additionally, there is something inside of her that is radiating evocation magic as well. But other than that, you don't see anything else magical in this room.
What to do? Should we just leave? I mean, nothing's happening. I kind of don't want to mess with whatever is in that lady.
Just these weapons in that necklace, Rerek. I had a wager that if we grab that necklace, then it might jump at us or something.
Well, it's not just a necklace. There's something in her that has the same type of magic as a necklace. So I don't know.
You're muted.
Maybe talking to somebody else.
Yeah, he's talking to someone else in the room.
Sorry, guys. There was something going on. You got to give me a second. I need to move my things. So I'll be right back. Just give me a moment. I apologize.
Are we taking a break?
Do you think it's
No.
I was like,
No. We're doing
do
it
you think
live.
It might be. Should we investigate further? As our
you know what?
wizards
Let me
we
use
should
another
leave
magic
it?
spell and identify. But I want to use it on I just want to touch the lady, the dead lady. Is that a thing? Will that work on her?
She's not an object, so identify won't work on her.
Well, she's also not alive.
But she's also not an object. Because she's undead, I think to some degree,
It's
via
kind of a creature.
D&D logic, corpses are considered objects unless they are undead, which she is undead, so she is not an object.
Okay, never mind.
So do you suppose it's some cute little leash and chain to keep her in the box?
Probably. Then should I touch? I don't want to touch the freaking necklace.
Yes.
I don't want to wake this thing up.
Rerek, don't touch highly enchanted pieces of metal on top of
But
dead
that's
bodies.
how I use identify.
You don't need to identify it. We can infer just based on what you've said and what Percy just said. I think we have a fair guess on the purpose of that.
I feel like my real life personality is like leaking in because I'm the one to touch who wants to touch everything.
You want to hit the big red candy-like button.
Exactly.
That says, "Do not
That's me.
press." Rerek
That
can
is
touch
me. Okay, well, I'm not touching it. But I have the biggest urge to do it. But we're not gonna do it. Where is our I'm not gonna look for any stuff.
I'm all for indulging dangerous urges, darling. Just don't do it while I'm in the room.
Okay.
So
It's what else can we do in this room?
that's probably just about it.
Can't grab
if
the
we're not
weapons.
investigating the mummy any further, we can just head back and continue on to the lab.
Wait a minute. So we're not going to kill it?
Oh shit.
I'm all for killing it, but if Rerek thinks it might be a bit above our pay grade, maybe.
Oh, I was just telling him not to touch the amulet. If you want to try killing it, let me just fly out of the door real quick.
I mean, if y'all are okay about fighting it, I will gladly touch her.
Well,
Touch
do
the
we-
thing.
Do we have any idea why it's here?
No idea. Besides her connection to the Antamon.
I mean,
Which
we've seen that Percy's ancestors had a habit of collecting things they shouldn't have. And by things, I'm talking about entities that are highly dangerous and possibly otherworldly.
Right. That's sort of my point. And we're just gonna
Okay, I'm touching
leave it?
Okay, I'm touching it.
You're casting Identify on the amulet?
Yes.
Okay.
Boop.
Interestingly, it is not specifically a magical object. It is, but it isn't. It's a portal. It is not keeping her asleep. It is a portal to a demiplane.
Guys, it's a
Yes.
portal to a demiplane. Do I know what kind of demiplane? Like, what the heck is a demiplane?
What the hell is that?
Do I know
Well, you
that?
would probably know a demiplane is, so the material plane is a plane of existence. It is basically the whole of some sort of existing creation. So there's the material plane, there's the Feywild, which is, or sometimes known as the plane of fairy, which Lark is from. There's the Shadowfell. There's the different planes of the different elements, the plane of water, the plane of fire, the plane of earth, the plane of air, that kind of thing. Demiplanes are smaller versions of that in a way that wizards and some other higher beings have the ability to create. They're basically pocket universes that can be at just about any size you would be able to make them. But they are basically pocket universes.
Okay, well, I tell him that. That's what it is. But I have no idea what's in it.
God, these people were into some freaky shit.
I mean, this woman was tied to the Moon, who was a chain of their student that my family's doing something with. We have to investigate, don't we?
You're sure you don't already know anything about that?
Yes, Arthur. I am sure I don't know what is inside of the portal amulet.
Just making sure.
Is that the truth? Okay, whatever. Should I be able to use this and go to that demi-plane?
How would we go about activating it?
That's what I was asking.
As you are standing right next to this thing, you do hear the sound of something cracking. And you do see the fingers of this thing beginning to move. The jaw moves. And at the same time, the skin seems to gain a bit of life to it.
Oh.
It no longer looks so old and desiccated. It still looks old. This woman is still obviously dead, but there's a bit of life that's come back to her skin as she begins to move her limbs, not in a threatening way, more of in a somewhat confused way. And she actually draws in a breath. And in a language that you would understand, Rerek, which would be a very ancient form of Gyptian, she simply says, "Where am I?"
Arthur wants to fire his bow.
You're muted.
Always, why am I getting muted? Wait, no, stop. She doesn't seem to know where she is. And then I speak to her in the Egyptian language.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know you're dead? I feel like that's a bad question to ask a dead person.
Yes, I know I am dead.
Oh, okay.
My father sacrificed me.
Who's your father?
My father was Ankh-Damun.
Reveal. And then I tell my friends, this is a daughter of Ankh-Damun.
And we should let her live because
she's still answering questions. Hold up.
Oh, that's fair.
Do you know the necklace that you're wearing and where it goes to?
Yes. It leads to where he is keeping my heart. The only thing keeping me from the afterlife.
And what if we get it back to you?
Then I can pass on at last. My life will be at an end, and I will be at peace. My father will hold no sway over me anymore.
Is your father still alive?
Yes.
Oh, dear.
But I do not know where he is.
So, my dudes, her literal heart is apparently in this demi-plane. And if we grab it, she'll be free.
And?
Would we be freeing mummies?
It'll free her.
To do what?
I'm not seeing why I should be interested in doing that.
I mean, I just thought maybe since she gave me information, I feel like.
She didn't give you any information.
Did she give you?
Oh, I did. Well, she'd said that her father's still alive somewhere.
Well,
We're just
We've
not
heard
sure
that
where
much
he
already,
is.
but
Ask
kind
her
of
why
gathered that.
he's keeping her here, though.
Well, she doesn't know that where she is. Why is your father keeping you half dead?
He is using my heart for his dark deal.
With God, I hate translating. So apparently her dad is using her heart for a dark deal. What is it? What dark deal?
With the dark beast he found in the shadow of the sun.
Jesus Christ.
It gives him everlasting life.
So
He made
if we
my
do,
heart into what he called a phylactery.
okay, that makes a lot more sense. So his father turned her heart into a phylactery, is using it as a phylactery. And the deal that he made was with a creature from the dark side of the sun.
Okay, so we go through the portal, stab her in the heart, and then this thing goes away. One less chain to worry about.
Maybe, and he would not go away, but I don't know if he's gonna go away, but I feel like he would be killable.
Well, I suppose that's progress.
Like above game, how much do we all know about what our characters know about how liches work is the real question.
I mean, now that you guys have kind of discussed the concept of like thrown around like the words like lich and phylactery, if anyone would like to make an arcana check to see how much you know, you may.
Not
Oh
me.
man. Oh wow.
Arthur's just like, when can we kill it? Like,
I'm a 19.
19?
Mm-hmm.
I got 12.
12.
Lark got a 3. We don't have dead people.
Jesus Christ.
we don't have dead people.
Yeah, well, undeath is kind of rare in the Feywild, seeing as how it is so close to the positive plane where basically all of life comes from. It's very rare to find undeath there. Percy, you know that liches are incredibly powerful wizards who have basically traded their lives for more power. And phylacteries are the way that they do it, although you're not quite sure what a phylactery is or what exactly it does, but every lich has one. Rerek, phylacteries are things that bind the soul of the lich to their body. They can be anything. They could be box. Typically, they're something that has a cavity inside of it, like a box or a cup or a jar or
a heart.
A heart, since there are many almost containers inside of a heart. Also, liches feed souls into these things in order to keep the spell running. It's not an unlimited thing. They have to keep consuming souls. If a lich stops consuming souls and its phylactery is destroyed, its soul is free and you can kill it. Otherwise, it will reform within a certain amount of days, very close to its phylactery. A lot of times, liches do hide their phylacteries in very hard to reach places. Sometimes at the end of very long trap-filled dungeons where people trying to get to them will die and their souls would be drawn into the phylactery and feed it. It's a common trick.
Oh, God.
So it seems that Akhenatet's father is using her heart as his phylactery. Additionally, you would know phylacteries often have very bizarre and roundabout ways of destroying them. You can't just smash them. they have roundabout ways of destroying them that are unique to each phylactery, as the Lich has to create them. So they have a unique way of destroying them, should they need to.
Okay, great. So I do tell them my knowledge about this thing. And I'm going to ask, so if we go in there, it's most likely to be a very dangerous dungeon. And how willing are you guys to go in there?
Why wouldn't it be? So what, we go in, blow the thing up, and then we're good?
I don't know. There might be a weird way to destroy the phylactery. Each one has a different way of destroying. What? My English is gone. I'm so sorry.
From what you're describing, it sounds like this is not optional.
As much as I hate to agree, I mean, one less chain doesn't sound like a bad thing. So, do we put the necklace on, or?
I can ask her.
That might be good.
How do we get? So I go around and I turn around and ask her, how do we get to the demi plane where your heart is?
I will use the amulet to create a portal. I cannot go there myself. I am prevented from it. If I get my heart back, it will end my life and end its purpose.
Will it end Unctamund, or will it just be easier to kill him?
No, it won't end him. But once he is destroyed, he can never return.
Great. So she will create the portal for us to go through there.
Lark's just going to be like, ask her how we get back.
Oh, God. That's not true. How do we get back once it's destroyed?
The heart must be returned to me. Once you enter, you can only leave once you get my heart.
So we're not destroying it there. We're taking it out and bringing it to her. Then we can destroy it.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Are we ready?
Chop. Get your dusty ass friend to make a door.
Are we ready? Do we have everything?
Of course we're not ready. When are we not?
Okay, well, tally ho. We are ready. Can you open the portal, please?
She nods and she holds the amulet and she begins speaking words in an even older version of Gyptian that you don't understand. The dust in the room begins to move and you realize it's not dust anymore. It's sand. And it swirls into a ring against the far wall. And it shimmers. You can't see what's beyond it, but it's very clearly created a portal.
Uh-huh.
Great. There it is. Who wants to go first?
I don't know what we're standing around here for then. Go on. Is Percy still standing in the doorway?
I feel like, are we not all in the room at this point?
Oh no, I haven't stepped in.
Fine, Percy will be in the room.
He said he was going to stay at the door.
I mean,
Okay, well, let's go, guys.
All right, go on.
Yeah.
Ladies first.
Percy will go with.
Oh, I just
Not what I
assumed
said.
we all jumped in already. Whatever.
Yeah, I'll bring up the rear, whatever.
I'll follow right after Percy.
Yeah, I'll go after Rerek and before Arthur. After the first two go through the portal, Lark's going to be like, I really don't like hopping through random portals opened up by undead, but okay.
Yeah, not my favorite flavor either.
I like portals.
Yeah. Okay.
I like portals.
We're going.
Yep. We're through!
As you pass through the portal, it grows incredibly dark. Those of you with dark vision see it is a long tunnel through which wind is blowing and sand is being kicked up. And at the end, there is a reddish light. As you pass out of it, Rerek, you would probably instantly recognize this as a Gyptian city, an ancient Gyptian city. A lot of the buildings are very square. They have a lot of colonnades around them, flat roofs, painted and polychromed obelisks and statues of various animal-headed people and sphinxes and cats and other such things. In the center of this city is a gigantic tower that reaches very high into the air, and hovering above the top is a gigantic ball of fire. The sky is red. Everything is sand. There is no vegetation anywhere. No palm trees, no oases, no ferns, nothing. And falling from the sky at almost a consistent rate are meteors that impact into the sand and cause huge explosions, sending dust and sand and rock everywhere. This is most likely the entirety of the city of Hamunaptra, although it seems almost entirely vacant.
Great. So in addition to having sand in places I really would rather not, I'm also going to get crushed to death. Awesome.
I guess we have to run. Do we run?
Where do we see we can go?
I don't know how.
Maybe towards the gigantic tower with the big ball of fire on top of it.
I don't know. Yeah, okay. I don't know how the landscape looks like.
It's almost entirely flat.
Okay.
It's almost entirely flat with, at the edges, there's a cliffside that goes up. The city of Hamunaptra was in a valley before it vanished, leaving nothing but a crater. This is most likely the edges of the valley that have surrounded it, making it almost impossible to get over them. And most likely because it's a demiplane, if you did manage to get over it, you'd pop out on the other side and be sliding down the cliffs right back into this bowl.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna run into the tower.
I mean, that seems like as good an idea as any.
Yeah.
The tower is incredibly far away. So this is going to be a skill challenge. So one by one, I would like each of you to volunteer and then give me a way with a skill that you're going to help the party navigate to the tower, and we'll see if you succeed or not.
I think this is kind of Arthur's bailiwick here. Let me double check my character sheet. So,
And also, because this is a skill challenge, each of you can only do it once. And once a skill has been used, somebody has to use a different skill.
My only good skills are perception, medicine, and religion.
Where do I find those?
Arthur can ignore difficult terrain.
On your character sheet.
Just him and Jasmine.
Well, I mean, Lark flies, so... pertinent skills that I have are I can deceive the landscape or persuade it.
I have a fly spell, which I can probably cast on you guys too.
Like 3 out of the 4 things Lark is skilled in are social skills, and then the last one is perception.
Yeah.
Do we think Arthur could maybe use acrobatics to, let's say, help the party navigate dodging the meteors?
I would say yes. So make me an acrobatics check.
Does somebody else want to do perception, or should I do perception?
I feel like that's the biggest one for all 3 of us.
Cool. Someone else can do that then.
Arthur got a 16 on the acrobatics.
Yep, I would say that is a success as you run into the city across this burning flat plain. It's very easy to see them coming. And when you do, you leap out of the way, dodging into various different places to avoid these rocks. And the party manages to follow you. That is one success, and you are now inside of the city.
Cool. I was wondering if I can use history check to know the area so that we would know where to go.
You can. Give me a history check.
So that we can dodge and like take cover if we have to. All right. That was 16. Do I use the advantage with that?
No, you don't get advantage with it, but a 16 is a success. Knowing the traditional designs and layouts of Gyptian cities, as well as the architecture of individual buildings, you find shortcuts that allow you to dodge areas that meteors seem to fall in and get even closer to the tower even faster.
So come on this journey with me. For my skill check, a persuasion check on the rest of the group to keep people moving without infighting. Like cheerlead the team on.
I will take that. Make me a persuasion check.
I mean,
Very
Lark's a sycophant, so he's used to getting people to do what he wants for other interests. So here we go. Roll decent. Ooh. Okay, let me see what my modifier is. That's a 13 flat base, but this is something he's good at. 13 plus 8, so 21.
Oh yeah, that is a success. When you see people beginning to lag, you give them words of encouragement to get up and keep moving.
Wow.
You shout congratulations when people dodge meteors to keep them up and running. You keep them running towards this tower. So you have 3 successes. And last but not least, Percy, it is your turn. Okay. What would you like to do?
All right, now come on me with this journey. So we're running for a while, and it's like really hot. We're like burning ourselves as we like grab things and climb. And can Percy make a medicine check to like make sure the party is like hydrated and like bandaging hands and stuff? And like...
Yes, make the medicine check.
Hell yeah. I have a +7 to that. That's going to be 23.
Yeah, you manage to keep people hydrated. You rip off patches of cloth from various things in everyone's bags and soak them in water. You hand out flasks. You are bandaging people very quickly underneath overhangs when they burn their hands or their arms. And you manage to keep everyone in tip-top shape. And you finally make it to this gigantic tower directly underneath this huge ball of fire, burning, crackling, and incredibly angry. But you manage to make it. You make it into the base of the tower, which appears to be some sort of temple that has been set up in honor of the false sun. Iconography has obviously been removed, straight up chipped off of the wall. Statues have been broken and dragged away. New paintings have been put up. Hieroglyphs have been scratched or etched out or edited. This is clearly someone wanting to use the space. And it's safe. It's dark and cool. And away from the burning sun, away from the falling meteors. And it is a place to rest.
Hey, Percy.
Yeah.
That might not have been the worst thing you did out there. So if we make it out of here alive, I might not kill you in your sleep.
Thanks, Arthur. You were great. Also, I would have been hit by a couple of meteors if you hadn't helped out.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
I'm just grateful we're somewhere more hospitable than Percy's exes. When Lark was egging people on, it was half nice. It wasn't just backhanded compliments.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's how he rolls.
Yeah, but it seems odd when you yell "congratulations" after we dodge one of those meteors. It was encouraging.
I was just betting that one of you would get hit more often, honest. I owe a gnome back home a few 100 gold at this point.
Okay. Do we want to maybe
do a short rest?
Take a short rest for a second?
Yeah.
Catch our breath?
Yeah. That'd be
good. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do my portents replenish like after a day?
After a long rest.
After a long rest, yeah. Okay.
If we are taking a short rest, though, Lark's going to turn 2 of them first level spell slots into sorcery points before they regenerate.
Mm-hmm.
We need
that was kind of my thinking.
Gun. So he has 6 sorcery points currently.
nice.
I think all my stuff is good, but I guess for flavor, like Jazz and I are just gonna kind of like find a corner to curl up and like take a quick little nap. Like I'll lay down on her belly and
Percy
obviously with my bow
water
on my chest, like.
Mm-hmm. While you are taking a short rest, in the dais in the middle of the room, there is a blue light that begins to glow. It glows brighter and begins to take shape. It seems to be a large lion, winged, with a humanoid face. And it solidifies. Rerek, you would recognize this sphinx from the one that told you that it was almost time in your dreams. And he sits. And he turns to you, Rerek, and says, "Well, it's about time you showed up."
Just real quick above game, would this have woken up Arthur or like would he still be napping?
I'm going to say it depends on you.
You want passive perception?
Come in. I mean, if you want. This being did appear in a bright light.
Okay.
So if you think that would have woken Arthur up, then it did.
I mean, yeah, probably. Passive perception is pretty goddamn good. So I think he probably noticed. If not Arthur, then at least Jasmine, who probably like slap my face around a little bit. Like, hey, some shit's going on.
Is this Sphinx talking to him in Gyptian or common?
In common.
Thank God I don't have to translate. Great Sphinx. I apologize. It took a while to get here, but the last time we spoke, I have no idea what you were talking about.
You know this thing?
It appeared in one of my dreams before. I just didn't mention it.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Why?
Boys, let the Sphinx, you called it, let this handsome specimen speak.
Well, it did take you a while, but time is nothing to a being such as I. But it's good that you are here. I have been here for quite some time, waiting for someone to come. Specifically for you, child of Jomungandr. Your destiny is great, as is the company you keep. You are all part of this prophecy. And as you are coming into your gifts that have been passed down through your bloodline from the great dragon, it's time we make sure that you're worthy of them. For one to truly be able to see the future, one must be able to endure the past. I cannot in good conscience let you go up to the top of that tower and retrieve the phylactery without going through this.
Okay.
Going through what?
A test. A test?
A test of endurance. To endure the past.
So I was like, I am ready, but I don't know. I don't know if my other team members are.
A test of endurance to endure the past? What does that mean?
I probably should not tell you. You will understand once you are there.
Oh, lovely.
Just once I'd love to meet a impossibly magical being that gave us a straight answer.
Wish in one hand.
Is this, I don't know. Because in real life, I know a lot about, like, sphinxes do a lot of, like, riddles. Like, then I ask him, are you doing a riddle right now?
No, I am not.
Why do you have to go on a test for Rerek is my question.
One cannot do these things alone. It is only with others that we can truly understand ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You are not in this alone. You four are in this together.
Okay. How do we start?
Tell me that you are ready, each of you.
I mean...
Okay, how are y'all? Are y'all ready?
Meh.
Takes one last swig of water and yeah.
I mean, I do.
Let's do it.
I mean, I do look at Arthur because I know he has like a past that he probably doesn't want to.
Arthur's just gonna like hold up a finger,
like
reach into his bag for the bottle of whiskey, and just chug for a second or two.
Maybe
or
just
3.
water right now.
No. It's just still holds up the finger, just still drinking, just a little bit. Okay, now I'm ready.
Okay.
And you, Fairy, are you ready?
Whose pasts are we peeking into is my question.
You will see when you get there.
Oh, I do love it when you're cryptic like that.
Says you.
I suppose I'll tag along. I have to keep these three alive for some reason or other.
Never mind.
Well, then the trial will begin. And he breathes in and roars, this earth-shattering roar. You feel your joints lock up for a moment. Goosebumps form on your skin. The hair on the back of your neck raise up before everything goes dark. And you feel like you are rushing forward. At first, floating, almost falling, and then running. And then your vision becomes blurry. And slowly but surely, things come into focus. You are running at a door, a very large door. The first of you slams through it, bursting it wide open to see a figure that you would recognize as Ankh-Moon, standing over what appears to be a lifeless corpse, wrapped like a mummy. In one hand, holding a bloody heart, in the other, just finishing the contents of a chalice. Dropping it, you see the skin begin to gray and wrinkle. The skin lose color. You might not be too late. You might be able to save the city of Hamunaptra. The first of you who has smashed through the door is Mawaret, the Loxodon, a great warrior holding a fan axe in one hand and a tower shield in the other. Yofi, you are now playing Mawaret.
Hey.
The second through the door, a priestess of the Sun King, dressed in flowing robes, holding a mace with a holy symbol of a scarab, a calico tabaxi. You, Colton, are now playing Shimmer of the Scarab. The third through is a human man with a staff and a scroll and very fine robes, a very determined air about him, and a power behind his eyes that clearly comes from a very deeper place. Kyle, you are now playing Wajitep, the Warlock. And finally, through the door, the royal wizard of the court, a golden dragonborn, dressed in fine golden regalia, bearing a staff with a crystal ball on the end, holding himself high, chest puffed, ready to fight. Nino, you are now playing Haseer Jomungandr. And you are totally convinced that you are only this person. There is no life outside of this. There is no Lark. There is no Arthur. There is no Rerek. There is no Percy. There is only what you are now. And you watch as Ankh-Moon very clearly completes what he needs to become a full-blown lich. He turns to you, the glass, the chalice clattering to the ground, the heart in his hand glowing for a moment before vanishing. And he stares as you hear the meteors sailing through the air, slamming into the city and into the Gyptian army. And he just says, "You are too late." roll initiative. Using your new character stat blocks that I've sent you.
Okay, let's see. That is
I'm fast for once. That's fun.
Oh,
I got
God.
a 15.
Out of 13. Are you guys gonna hate me if I do a voice for this?
Do a voice.
Oh, do it. Mawaret got a 4.
Ah. Muted.
Haseer got a 3.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah.
Wajitep got a 14.
Ooh. And Shimmer?
Got a 15.
15. All right. So, looking at the things that this guy can do. Yeah. First up is Onctamoon. You are too late. You can't defeat me. I've completed the ritual, and I will take pleasure in destroying you. And he waves his hand, and 4 bolts shoot out from his hand as he casts a first-level magic missile.
Oh, damn.
And he's going to hit each of you once for 4 points of force damage. These bolts slam into you. And he simply laughs as he uses a bit of his movement to walk across this very large room towards you. So next up would be Wajitep.
Wait, didn't Shimmer get a higher one than I
yes.
did?
Shimmer of the Scarab did get a higher. Oops. Yes, so it would be Shimmer's turn.
Wonderful. I think Shimmer. How far away is he?
I would say probably 60 feet.
Okay.
He's at the other end of a room.
Well, if I'm to understand Shimmer's lore correctly, she is very much a zealot, and she hates those who conspire against the faithful and harm the innocent. So she's very angry right now. And she's going to use her feline agility to double her movement speed for 1 round to get all the way up to him. And I'm going to cast Burning Hands.
All right. And so that is a save, I believe.
Let me see. I believe so. Yes, Dex saving throw. You need to beat a DC 15.
Well, he got an 8.
Hell yeah. So I need to deal 3d6 fire damage. 2, 6. That's 12 fire damage. And she said, "The Scarab will burn your plague off of this land."
She sounds so manly.
As the flames wash over him. As the flames wash over him, he seems to have barely taken very much damage. And he simply chuckles. We'll see. We'll see. So next up would be Wajitep.
I knew that my father and brothers should have paid attention to me when I smelled something fishy about you. Mawaret. Did I say that right?
Mawaret.
Mawaret. Get in there, you giant oaf. And I'm going to cast Protection from Good and Evil on Mawaret. Yeah. maybe not oaf. He's not characterized as a dick, but he's going to be like, Mawaret, protect us, or something like that. Very, very, like, inelegantly as he casts protection from evil and good. Do I have to choose a creature type?
I think it just protects against everything.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Protection from evil and good on the big buff elephant man. And I'm just going to be like, not protect us all.
Mm-hmm. So next up would be Mawaret.
So he is a little bit slow, at least compared to the distance he's got to travel. So he's got a movement speed of 44, so he'll just go as far as he can. And I guess kind of like hold up his shield and say something like, Aminoptra will not fall today, and like lumbers forward, just like carrying his shield in front of him.
All right. So finally, we have Haseer.
Let me see. So he's also proud. He's very much kind of like Rerek. What the hell? How far can Acid Splash go? I don't know.
Not very far as I remember.
Sorry, let me pull them up.
Acid Splash. Oh, it goes 60 feet, so you could technically hit him.
Can I just go ahead and hit him with that?
Yeah.
Please. And it says, what level are we? 7, 2d6 for damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to roll to hit, I guess. Do I have to?
I think it's a dex save on Acid Splash.
Yeah.
Let me read that real quick. I was reading something else.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Yep. Dex save.
Dex save.
He rolled a 5, so he's gonna have to take it.
Okay. It's a 1, 3, and 5, so it's a total of only 2.
Yeah.
It's a 1 and a 3, so it's a 4 damage. Not very good.
So you fire this glob of acid towards him and it splashes across his body. Some things begin to hiss and bubble, but he glances at it and goes, cute.
Okay.
And so that would mean that it is his turn now. And he is going to point at Mawaret and go, you are going to be a bit of a problem. And he, if I'm reading this correctly, yes, is going to cast Blight on you. So if you could make, if you could make me a Constitution saving throw while I start rolling damage.
While I'm rolling that, in response, Mawaret is going to be, let's say something like, you can count on it. And wow, that is, wow. Wait, what does Blight do again?
It's a Constitution saving throw.
No, I mean, it's not a Frighten or Charm effect, right?
No.
Okay,
no, it is
then
not.
That is a 10.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, you would take full damage.
Ouch.
As he reaches out, and it seems like just the air of the driest part of the desert seems to get underneath of your armor, and you feel your skin begin to pull taut and crack as you take 40 points of necrotic damage.
Holy mother of tits. Okay.
He's freaking.
Okay. I at this point, like, just for flavor, I'm pretty sure Moira is like going down, like a knee buckles. He's down on the ground, his shield over his head. Yep.
And that is going to be the end of Onctamoon's turn. So next up is Shimmer.
Shimmer's just going to snarl and cast Scorching Ray.
All right. Roll it.
Your attack roll, I think, right?
Mm-hmm. And you get 3.
Plus to hit, plus 7 to hit. Cool. 25.
That hits.
Nat 20.
Okay.
And 12.
12 does not hit. But the other 2 do.
Cool.
And since it's all fire, you can just give me it all in one. Of course, you remember how to do crits, so.
It's 21 damage.
Ooh.
I'll kill you!
Meow.
Once again, as the fire just splashes across him, you see it is doing a bit of damage, but he just kind of cute trick. Now here's mine. And because is it the end of your turn?
I don't think I have any bonus actions or anything, so yeah.
All right. So I'm assuming it is only Mawaret and Shimmer that are within 20 feet of Onctamoon, correct?
Yeah. If he
probably.
hasn't moved, Moira is 16 feet away.
All right.
Oh my god, don't die.
Actually, I think I forgot to change your movement speed. Your movement speed should be 30 feet. It's just homebrewery. Just when you click the monster stat, it gives you a really stupid, like, Lich Koala stat block.
Very strange.
Okay.
And I didn't.
He's 30 feet away. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, so you are not within range.
Just me.
But Shimmer
the
is.
elephant
Really good, because Moira has like 9 HP left.
So yeah, you're going to have to make a Constitution saving throw, Shimmer.
Uh-oh. I could go. There's a +1 to that. All right. I rolled a D12 by accident. Okay, well, I rolled an 18.
Sounds good.
Actually, yeah, that succeeds.
Hell yeah.
So you are going to be taking half of this.
Sweet.
You're going to be taking 11 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
As this
God, this thing hits
wave
hard.
of darkness washes out from him for a moment, and you almost feel the light granted you by the Sun King go out for a moment. And it rips at your soul. So now that it is the end of Shimmer's turn, it is Wajitep's turn.
Your corruption of knowledge must be stopped. I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast. Note that his are not beautiful, shimmering bolts of night sky. I imagine they're blue. I don't know why, but they're blue. They're blue Eldritch Blasts. From the spirit of truth, because that is very important. Truth, justice, the royal family. I don't know. Insert hero speech. One's a nat 20 and the other one's an 11 plus 8, so that is a 29 and a 19 to hit.
Both hit.
Hell yeah. He doesn't have Agonizing Blast, though, does he?
No.
Oh, shucks. Okay, so that is 10 plus... That's 16 force damage. Because of the brutal critical.
As you fling out these blasts from your hands and it slams into him. Well, I guess it's time to stop playing with my food. And we move on to Mawaret.
Awesome. So Mawaret is going to struggle to get up a bit. He's really badly hurt. And take his 30 feet to get, I guess, close the rest of the distance.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to do a shield slam and a fan axe. So we'll do the shield slam first.
Mm-hmm.
That's a +8. Okay. Oh my God. Wow. Okay, that's a 12.
Oof, 12 does not hit.
Yeah, I assumed. So let's try the fan axe. There we go. That's a little better. That's a 23.
Yeah, the 23 hits. As you swing the shield towards him, with surprising strength, he puts out a single hand and stops it with the tips of his fingers. But as he pulls away, he is unable to stop the fan axe that you swing round the tower shield and strike him in the shoulder. Roll the damage.
Alrighty. Let me close these out here real quick. 2d10 +5. That is 19 slashing.
And that would be halved because he's resistant and your weapons are not magical.
Yep.
All right. And that is the end of your turn. So next up is Haseer.
All right. I want to just go ahead and throw in. Shoot, where am I looking at? Magic Missile. I want to use the 3rd level slot.
All right. So that would be 6 bolts.
6 bolts. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Shut up, text. Sorry, my thing is dinging.
Uh-oh.
Silence. Okay, D6, right?
No, and
No,
actually, he waves his hand, and as you cast this magic missile, a shimmering wall appears around him as he casts the spell Shield, which protects him entirely from magic missile.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
So what? I just don't throw it?
No,
or just,
you do.
I threw it, but it didn't.
It didn't hit him.
It just hits the shield.
Yeah. You asshole! Why?
Said Haseer the Dragonborn.
So is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I think so. Wait, can I do an action to move forward a little?
Yeah, you can move forward.
I'm gonna stay right where I am. Never mind.
All right. So seeing how badly you guys are injured, he is going to, you know what? Yes, he's going to do that. He's going to back away from you all, which means that I believe Mawaret and Shimmer both get attacks of opportunity. However, you have to use your weapon, Shimmer, because you don't have Warcaster.
Yeah. Okay. Shimmer, have at it. Let's say you're probably quite a bit faster.
Mhm.
Yeah, I get a +4 to hit. Yeah, it's gonna be a 17
He
to
still
hit.
does have shield up.
Uh-oh, then probably
So
not.
Well, actually, I got to check that because it might have gone down. I might have done a stupid, but that's fine. Oh, it's just one round.
Yep.
Okay, so it's still up. So he gets a +5 bonus to his AC. So is there any that was over a 22?
No.
All right. So he backs up as you slam with your weapons against this shield. He backs up 30 feet, flicks a single finger into the air, and there forms right above it an orange bead. He then fires the orange bead towards you as he casts the spell Fireball.
Counter spell.
Good.
Counter spell. I am using my last spell slot because I am a warlock on
And it does successfully counterspell because he used his reaction to cast Shield. And Fireball is a 3rd level spell, so that Fireball fizzles out. Ugh, how inconvenient.
Yeah, like
He's now 30 feet back.
Slams his staff into the ground and he's like, "Not today, villain." I don't know. Something a heroic prince would shout. I'm not used to it in this game. What, good? What?
Right.
All right. So next up after Ankh-Damun is Shimmer.
Cool. I think she's just gonna kind of like sneer at him a little bit of a smile. Like, oh, so you want to play like that, do you? I'm gonna cast Fireball on him.
Ooh.
All right. So he is actually going to use his first legendary resistance and succeed on the saving throw automatically.
Cool. How much damage that's gonna do then? So 8d6 halved then.
Mm-hmm.
Got 28, so 28 halved is 14.
All right. So as you fling this fireball towards him and it explodes, once again, he's washed in flame. You're incredibly inconvenient. And he is going to, in return, point at you and cast Ray of Frost.
Okay.
Which is a ranged spell attack. So
cool. Armor class is 15.
Right, it is. Oh. And he misses.
Hell yeah.
With a 14.
Sweet.
As this whizzes past you. Damn it. And then we move to Wajitep.
Okay. He's just gonna be like, Mott, guide me. And Eldritch Blast is a 14.
Doesn't hit.
And a 25.
The 25 hits.
Four force damage.
Ooh. And he just...
It sucks not adding your charisma modifier to these now that I can't do it.
Yeah. Well, I'll deal with you in a moment. Is that the end of your turn?
I don't have any spell slots, and I'm not moving anywhere. I'm just standing by the door.
All right. So this time he turns with a single finger and points towards Moira and blasts a ray of cold. And that definitely hits with a 17 plus 12.
Actually, hang on. Wait a minute. Am I still under protection from evil and good?
Yeah.
So he would get disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Yes.
11
Which probably
plus 12.
just saved my life. 11 plus 12. Great. Okay, I'm dead.
So Ray of Frost is a D8, I believe.
Wait, what if I use one of my portents to replace his whatever?
What portents did you get?
I have an 11, which is the lowest number.
That's what he just rolled.
Yeah.
Oh, are you kidding me?
This guy gets plus 12 to his spell attacks. You need to give him a 1 or like a 2 to save.
It would need to be a 6 or lower.
My rolls were average this time.
Yeah.
For once, your portents are actually halfway decent, and
For
it does not
real.
help.
I have a 17, a
Where's
14.
The D8. So that's a 7, a 6, a 5.
Moira is dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moira is very dead.
A blast of cold forms a rime over the armor. And after having the hot desert air whirl around it for a second, it freezes to your skin and burns as you fall to the ground. With Moira dead, Arthur, the memories come flooding back of who you are, and you are whisked away into the dark. And so next up, because I believe we just did Wajitep's turn, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So next up would be Haseer.
God, okay. Sorry, 1 second. He has like magic that I never used. Like,
Like, everyone look at each other's character sheets to figure out if we can not die easily.
Mm-hmm.
hold on, I'm so sorry. Mid-battle research.
I know, I did kind of spring this on you last minute.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got a 4th level spell slot. You might as well burn it.
Okay, fine. Here's a firewall. Firewall!
He is going to use a 4th level spell slot to counterspell that.
You asshole! I'm just gonna keep saying the same fucking thing. Oh, God. Wait, how is that countered?
Because he
Just
can...
Counterspell does.
It
Yeah.
just did for reasons.
Yes.
If you
That's it.
counterspell a spell that has the same or lower level than counterspell, it's just countered.
Yeah.
It's when you're
Yep.
trying to counterspell higher level ones that it's a check.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he had a 4th level spell slot to blow on counterspelling it. So
Well, listen to you.
he
Your
counterspelled it.
Majesty.
Because I am your prince.
And I'm the royal wizard.
And
I am one
he's
of
going...
13.
And so Ankh-Damun is going to use his final legendary action at the end of Haseer's turn to attempt to Ray of Frost, Shimmer of the Scarab. And he got a
Oh, don't do
15
that.
plus 12.
Don't do that.
Shimmer's dead, isn't she?
I'm probably not dead, but
So 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 7.
oh, I might be dead. How much damage?
5 plus
5,
4
11
plus
plus
7.
15.
22 points of damage.
I'm alive!
Oof. 22 points of cold damage as he strikes you, and the ice forms over you, and you feel this cold like you've never felt before, but you're hanging on.
Yeah.
And it is his turn.
Oh, but I wish it wasn't.
And he goes, well, looks like I'll just have to start mopping up.
My.
So I'm going to roll a d4. 1 and 2 is Haseer, and 3 and 4 is Wajitep. 3 and 4, Wajitep. How many hit points do you have, Wajitep?
How much damage did we take from that first magic missile again? Did we each take the same amount?
4 points.
So I have 42 hit points left.
Okay. As he says that, he just speaks a single word and you drop dead as he casts power word kill on you.
Holy shit.
I'm sorry, he cast what now?
Power word kill.
Oh, great. Awesome. Cool. Yep.
And with 2 party members down, we end his turn. He no longer has his shield up, though.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yay.
Fucking
finally. Now I got him.
I know.
Why'd you gotta leave me with the prince?
So it would be Shimmer's turn.
Cool. So
Oh wait, the prince is gone.
Is Moira
Prince is dead.
full dead? Or is
Yes.
he down?
Moira is full dead.
Dead.
Okay. Well, I was gonna maybe heal you, but probably not, because in her character sheet it says that she sometimes chooses to not heal her allies when she's fighting. So
Can you heal yourself?
I heal myself, but not much. So
my HP is still
yeah.
pretty high.
I think she like barely even recognizes that Moira just like died right next to her.
Cool.
And that the prince also just died, and she's like, why won't you die? And I'm gonna cast Guardian of Faith on his location.
You know what? He's going to allow that.
Oh, wow, allow.
Thank you.
Yeah, right? Wow.
Allow. Yes, allow. So Guardian of Faith. Oh, he has to make its dexterity saving throw. How interesting. Okay. So as this so I'm assuming what does this Guardian of Faith look like as you summon it?
It says it's indistinct except for a gleaming sword.
Be nice
shield.
if it was a sphinx.
I mean, she worships the sun god, the scarab. So, like, can it just be like a gigantic scarab, like pushing the sun?
Yes. And he's going to make a dexterity saving throw. That was awful. Yes. So I'm going to use his second legendary resistance.
No.
And he takes half damage. So that would be 10 radiant damage.
Yeah, 10 radiant damage.
Did you say he has fire resistance?
No.
Probably.
He's using legendary resistances, which strong monsters sometimes get, which lets them just pass saving throws.
Without, yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Who the hell?
Just because they can.
Yep.
I think this is our first fight seeing those. I don't know, lair actions? Maybe the minecart, you'd count those as lair actions?
We had lair actions before.
It was vaguely layer actions. It was more of chase mechanics.
Yeah.
And at the end of your turn, he's going to point his finger at you once again and go, 2 more to go. Shit. And he misses you again as he fires another ray of frost at you and you just
will never
dodge
die.
out of the way. We'll see about that. So next up is Haseer.
Okay. So let me move like 30 feet towards him and then cast Fireball. 5.
At this point, he is going to use his last legendary resistance.
Oh, good. At least we used them up.
So what is the damage?
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I was about to eat. 1 second.
Plot twist, he's still got like 90 HP.
Probably, at least.
So what do I throw?
What is the damage that is dealt by your fireball?
Like, what die is that? It's a D20.
Hang on.
No, it's
No.
It takes 8d6.
Fireball or firebolt?
Fireball.
Says
8d6.
Yeah. So yeah, roll 8d6 and then divide your result by 2.
what is that? I don't know what that is. D6, 8d6. What's an 8d6?
You roll a D6
a D6 8 times.
Yeah.
And then we're going to cut that in half.
5, 2, 3, 1.
11.
4.
15.
5.
20.
1.
21.
I have 2 more. 1 more.
1 more.
3.
24.
So 12
damage.
Fire damage.
Oh, finally.
So as it explodes behind him, the flames wreathing his body, he's looking pretty hurt. And he just, how inconvenient.
Indeed.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah. I think so.
All right. So well, you all are proving tougher than I thought you would. And he stretches out his hand and it turns black. Energy crackles through the air and surrounds you, Haseer.
Shimmer.
And I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw. As I cast Finger of Death.
That sounds not good.
Is that all?
Where is that going?
I mean, if you die, you come back as a zombie under his control, so that's fun.
Oh, great.
Isn't that nice?
16.
16. Ooh.
I don't think that will
Is a
pass.
fail.
No, it doesn't pass.
How about a
Because of full
17?
damage. Nope.
What passes?
78
You don't know.
plus 30
None of you have
damage.
passed.
What number passes? Jesus.
So it's how many hit points do you have again?
7d8 plus
35.
30. I think you just
Oh.
die.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
dead.
you're dead. You're dead. You watch as this black lightning wreaths your body. And once again, you experience the same thing as your friends did. The memories coming back of who you were as you are whisked away. You don't even fall to the ground. Your body stands upright, becoming a zombie. And he is going to move 30 feet diagonally to get a little bit more away from Shimmer, who is the last alive.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Shimmer, what would you like to do?
Cry.
Girl, you got this.
I got
Girl
it.
boss,
I got it.
gaslight, gatekeeper.
I'm a fucking MLM this shit.
God.
Are you interested in being your own boss?
We have pyramids in this place.
So okay.
I see what you did.
Yeah, no one else laughed. I'm disappointed.
I chuckled.
So So Shimmer is, I think, just in a little bit of a blood rage now.
What is she, a barbarian now?
In spirit, in my heart, she is.
And she is a woman.
God, I kind of want to do something really dumb. I kind of want to.
Go
I kind of
ahead.
want to just like have her like run all the way up to him once again with her feline agility, and I want to try to like grapple him and cast like fireball centered on myself. And like take
Grappling
myself out with him.
would be an action.
Oh, true. It's just throwing myself at him.
There you go.
All right.
And
just a question: how many hit points does Shimmer have left?
Right now, I think I have 6. So
yeah, you're gonna die to your own fireball.
Yeah, she's trying to go out with a bang here.
Hail Mary. Or Hail just gonna Scarab. Whatever.
Charge him and be like, I'll burn you from this world even if I have to die with you.
She's so aggressive.
All right, and he has to make a dex saving throw. Dex.
Did he still take damage from my Guardian of Faith also?
Oh, he would have. Dexterity. So he takes, that's a fail, so he takes 20.
20.
And then he has to make another dexterity saving throw. Actually, wait, he didn't start his, did he start his turn there?
I don't remember.
We'll say he did.
Yeah, he did, because he moved at the end of his turn.
Right. Okay, yeah. And so now I have to make a separate dexterity saving throw against Shimmer's fireball.
And just for like the flavor of it, I want the fireball to be like the spirit, the scarab like glows with the fire of the sun. It's just the fireball spell, but it's like pretty.
So does a 15
like
succeed?
A 15 does not succeed. Oh no, it's a DC 15. Never mind. So yeah, it'll succeed. Damn
all right,
mother.
So
roll the damage and then have it.
21, 22, 28, 32. So 16 damage.
So as you lunge at him and this fireball just explodes, you burn up in the flames. And once again, you experience the memories flooding back. But for a moment, you watch as your body hits the ground, gazing out of her eyes. For a second, as she begins to die, you see him look down, severely damaged, as he stares and goes, so close, yet so far away. And the vision ends. And you all wake up in the base of the tower, where you were standing when the roar hit. You are now yourselves, as you once were, as you were before, ending your short rest. And the Sphinx says, good, you understand what danger this world is in. You have successfully endured the past. I know it is hard to understand, but you cannot change what has happened. No matter how hard you try, the past is the past, but understanding it is key to the future. Now, you may go forward. And he bows and fades away in blue light And you all can spend, I would probably say, around maybe 30 minutes finishing your short rest. Nothing has changed since you entered the vision. Everything is the same. Spell slots you spent before the vision have been spent. Things you have gained before the vision have been gained. You return to as you once were. And we're going to end the episode there. So thank you, everybody. We will see you all next week, but I will see you all in 5 minutes.